Hello everybody, my name is Alan from Sauber-Lab and today will be a next video for Home Assistant. In this video I will show how you can set up your Home Assistant and add Alexa. Okay, I know that some people saw the video for Google Assistant and that's it, they will ask, okay, and Alexa? Yes, we can install Alexa, it's not a problem. We're gonna set up Alexa in local Home Assistant. If you're using Home Assistant Cloud, you don't need to do this process. They will do everything for you, but in our case, we want to set up as a local. If you like this idea and want to learn a little bit more about it, we're gonna show it. But first, subscribe for the channel, leave your like, and let's do it. First thing that we're gonna do is open Home Assistant in the integration part for Amazon Alexa Smart Home skill. In this integration, as I told before, if you're gonna use the Home Assistant Cloud, you don't need to do anything because everything is done for you. But if you want to do a local, you need to do it manually. First thing that you need to do for manual will be you need to have external access from this Home Assistant to the website. You need to have a connection for HTTPS. It means that they will use the port 443. If you don't use the port 443, the port 8123, they will have error, and that we can sort it in other video. Or if you guys have this problem and want to learn how to do it, ask me and I can explain how you can organize it so can simulate that you're using port 443. But in this video, because I like to use the Cloudflare and normally Cloudflare, I can link different websites. I always use 443 because I will try to leave as low quantity port as possible. So you need to have a 443 port. As well, you need to have a Amazon development account and as well Amazon AWS account to do it. And then now our installation, we're going to use the AWS Lambda. If I open this one, they say that they have at least 1 million free requests a month and 400,000 gigabytes per second of computing time per month. It means that it's an enormous amount for exactly one user. If you have look like a company have a lot of users, yes, don't use it. But if you are using only one user, it's totally fine. It means that's over the board for you. So in our installation, we're gonna follow this one, but don't worry, I will show how to do it and you guys only need to follow my steps, okay? First thing, we need to have Alexa Develop Console. I will leave the link in the description, don't worry about it. But in this one, we're gonna get in the part of this queue. When you get in the part of this queue, you can create a new SKU. To create a new SKU, it's easy. Only come here and put create a SKU. So what's the name of our SKU? We're gonna put Home Assistant. So we're gonna set as a Home Assistant Sauber-Lab because it's the SKU for this video, Home Assistant Sauber-Lab. So the location we can leave the same and we come here for the choose the mode of the SKU. Because I want to set up a smart home SKU, so I will come in the option for smart home. If I want to do something else, it's other, but at least in smart home will have pre-built everything that I need. And then I will put prevision your own. So the resource will be follow this one. If I come back in the up, I can click and create SKU. Once that's create SKU, they will come in this page. So we can hold on and that we're gonna go for the AWS to start to set up everything. In the AWS, the first thing that we need to do, we're gonna need to open the IAM part. We can search as well IAM. We can search as well the management access resource. Once that we open this one, we need to create a new rule. We come here in rule, we click here create a rule. Once that create, we're gonna define what rule that we want. For our case, we're gonna need to connect to Lambda. So we come here and collect Lambda. And we click next permission. The permission will be easy, it's AWS Lambda basics. So we're gonna use AWS Lambda base execution rules and we check this option, put next target. They offer you if you want to put a tag. No, I don't need it, so I can go and put next review. In the rule, I will put Home Assistant Lambda. I can put any name. I can put Sauber-Lab. I can put anything, but I want to put it for be logical for me. So now I can put a description rule. Yes, I can put, but I can leave it empty as well, and I put create a rule. Once that is create a rule, basically you create the access for this one. So we can come here in Lambda and create this Lambda service. To create our Lambda service, we need to put as a create function. So we define the function name. In my case, I will put Home Assistant Sauber-Lab, and then the runtime will be the program that they will execute the function. In my case, I want it to be Python 3.7, and then we can come here in permissions and change the rules. In the execution rule, we're gonna define one that has been already defined. So we can come here, existing rule, and we can select as a Home Assistant Lambda. Once that is done, we come here and put create a function. First thing that we're gonna need to do is add a trigger. Why? Because we need to create this trigger against of our Home Assistant function. To do it, we're gonna come here and put add a trigger, and we're gonna select the trigger. What trigger that we need to define as Amazon Alexa. So we can come here and put Alexa. Which one? Smart Home. Yes, perfectly. What application ID that we're gonna use? We come here back in develop console and we copy this application that we're gonna edit after. So we can leave it open and come here in Lambda and paste this application, put add. Once that add, we already have the application here. So now we have our trigger. We can come in our code and start to modify our code. Now we're gonna modify this code. We can delete all this code and we can use the code that it's GitHub. You can have two options, or you can click in the link in the description, or you can go here in Amazon Alexa and click for the example that we have. It's already done. Why not use the same? And we come here and copy it. So now we can go back in our Lambda and paste this function. Once that is done, this function, we can come here and put deploy. Next step, we need to define our test. So we come back for Amazon and we define the name as a discovery. Come here, discovery, and the function will be exactly this one. So we come here and paste. Once that is pasted, we can come here and save change. So we come here and test. What happened? They fail. Why? Because we didn't define our base URL. So what we're gonna do, we come here in configuration and come environmental variables and edit an environmental. We need to add the environment. How we add? Add environmental and we add our base URL. Our base URL is this one, and our web page that we want will be exactly the same from your Home Assistant. So I come here in our Home Assistant and I copy this web page, come here in our environment and only paste this one. And now I can put save. Once that's save, I can come here in test and I put test again. Now they say successful, but it's not working properly because we don't have token against of the Home Assistant. To do it, we come back in our Home Assistant and click in our user. Once that click in our user, we go all the way down, and here down we're gonna click and create a token. Now we define the name of our token will be Alexa. And okay, this is the token that I want to use. I come here back in Lambda, and here in Lambda I will define our token to have access for it. So I put comma, then double, and I put token. What token that I want to use is this one that I already copied. Once that I paste, I can come here and put save change. Test successful, it means that our token is configured, they have directly access for our Home Assistant, but our Alexa is not work with this Lambda yet. So we can come here and copy this function option, and I come for Alexa developer and I put the function that I want. So now I can come here and put save. Once that is saved, I can come here in our account link and start to link for our Home Assistant to our Alexa. So first thing that we're gonna need to do, it's we need to use our base URL. For it, we come back in our Home Assistant, copy this link that we want, Alexa, and we add the follow authorization. Will be auto authorize. It means that here will be the authorization for our Alexa. If I copy exactly the same, I can define here as a token. Now ID, we're gonna use one of those directly IDs. If you are from Europe, I suggest you to use this one. If you are for US or all American, I suggest you to use the US one. And if you are from Japan, I suggest you use this one. But in our case, we're gonna use this one that's from Europe, and I'm gonna pass this information. Next will be our secret. I can define any one secret because I'm not gonna use it in the future, so don't need to be a strong password. It's only a normal password for this stage. We come here, basic HTTP. No, I want a credential body request and add a scope. As a scope, I add as a smart home, and I come here in the top and put save. Now, basically, we finish all the configuration that we need to do externally. For they understand what we talk, we request that Alexa do some actions, and that Alexa will connect to Lambda to do all the process to understand what you told, and that will be back for the home assistant to do that action. Suppose that I ask for do Alexa turn on the light, so Alexa will get this information, send to AWS, will send for AWS, and that AWS will send back and say, okay, light, it's this function that I wanted to do. And that home assistant will do this function, this reason that it's connect. So now we need to properly connect between Alexa and the home assistant. To do it, we're gonna get our phone. Have everything done, we can come in our phone now and open the Alexa application. Here in Alexa application, you have already your preset information, but we come here in more, and using the account that you configured for Alexa and AWS, you need to be at least the same account for Alexa. You can come here, log in this account in your phone, of course, and I come for skill and games, and that's if I come and click your skills, they will appear that have one enable and two develop. If I come in development, they will appear my home assistant Sauber-Lab that I just created. If I click in this home assistant Sauber-Lab, they will ask, you need to enable. Yes, I want to enable. So I come here, enable. So they open already the login page for my home assistant. I come here and make the login. Once that's made login, I can click next, and they will do login for my home assistant. They will say that your Alexa is connecting to your home assistant, so we can come here and close it, and they already appear. Discover device, if I click discover device, they will look for all the devices they already have, and that will link my device between Alexa and the home assistant. In this way, you can ask for Alexa do some function that is not directly in the Alexa website, or at least connect one device that's not directly approved for Alexa use. You can use any device, smart device, and make that Alexa answer it. Okay everyone, in this video I configured Alexa to your home assistant. Remember, you only need to do all this step if you're gonna do a local home assistant. If you're using a home assistant cloud, you don't need to do it. You can step and go directly for the cloud option and connect to Alexa. But in our case, we didn't do it, so we need to follow this step. If you like this video, don't forget your like. If you don't like this video, leave your dislike. Subscribe for the channel and see you next video. Bye.